Hello guys and welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be looking at the newest, and I think the best new deck out of the new Megatins, and that is Beetrooper. Beetrooper is very good. Um, I think that Beetrooper is probably going to be placed around like Melfi Scrap tier, where it's like it's a metagame option, but it's not like I don't think it's as good as the worst tier 1 deck, which is like probably Tenny or Predaplant. I've done some um thinking on the tier lists. I'm gonna tier list video is coming soon, but just know that Predaplant is like probably not the best deck. It does get a lot of new support, so it might be the best. Look, that's for a later video. Today we're talking about Beetrooper. Now, this is a very good deck. It every turn ends on disruption. You get to go second pretty well with Goki Pole going to the normal to pop cards. You have a good grind game based on the just Armor Horns bonkers. Neptune gives you like infinite grind game. You can just go however far you need to whenever you want to. Yeah, I mean it's just like you can. It's this deck is just kind of it just works. You can hear the cicadas in the background because we're talking about the bugs. And I mean, hey, you might as well just get into it right now. First of all, for the Beetroopers, we're playing one Neptune. This everybody knows what Neptune does. It just shovels your banished cards back into the deck to summon itself. Um, but another thing that's sort of underrated about this card is that it it makes finding lethal really easy, and it's like just having an extra like free 3,000 body gives yourself like it just gives you it makes lethal very easy. Also, I've seen this a lot in like Master Duel, other formats. Please do not target Invincible Atlas and give it the attack boost of Mighty Neptune. Atlas needs to be under 3,000 attack to be able to be immune to targeting and destruction. Just be smart about it, please. Next, we have the one Assault Roller. This is like a fringe extender for when you need like turn 3. Like if you've like already have Retaliating Sea and Resonance in your hand, you can get it off Goki Pole. If you like bricked on giant big insects already, you already have it in your hand. You can like search this off Goki Pole. It's okay. Assault Roller. It's it's not cuttable by any means, but it's like I hate that we have to play it. Basically, I don't like that this has to be in the deck. Bang, 3 Scale Bomber. Thank God we got this card. The best extender, second best extender in the deck. It also gives you extra end board options. You can revive this with Papillon if you have enough material in your hand, and then you get a pop on your next turn, which is cool. Conditional pop. You don't get to just fire it when you want to. But yes, this card is it's pretty good. I like having it. I like it that it's an extender. I like that it goes through. I like that it can boost the capability of your end board, and I enjoy that. I'm glad they printed this at Common. Wish it was Scout Buggy though. Then we got 3 Sting Lancers. Sting Lancers is interesting because it's is usually in the TCG at least. It's not played at 3. It's played at 1 or to 2. Because there are only so many targets. Descent and Flying Sting are the only good targets for its search, and its usability as a hand trap is only good in this tier element format. Like back when this deck was playable, if they didn't play this, you'd play 3 now. But in how should I put this? In Common Charity, this is the best card in the deck. Yeah, but it's also like one of the 2 reasons this deck is playable. Like, the end board is not that strong until you factor in, Sting Lancer, Shuffle Away, Panther Dancer on turn 3 is an FTK against the Lunalight. They just have to make rank 4s and pray they live 2 turns in a row sitting on Redo or Pass without a Phantom Knight this time. which is funny. Um, but yes. Gotta pause this. Anyways, let's talk about Sting Lancer. So basically, you hit Panther Dancer with this to cut them off. Leo Dancer. In Tenyi, you hit the Vishuddha if you're scared of removal, or you hit the um, Adhara if you're scared of further extension, or like they have a weird hand. This card is just really good. Predaplant can't really hit much in Predaplant. Target an insect and a monster, so you can't hit the planning. It's it's weird in that matchup. Scrap. I haven't played against that much scrap. I'm not sure. Melfi. You can probably hit like something the pony targets. But yes, this deck is pretty good, or this card at least is pretty good in this meta, and it's necessary 3 of. 3 Descent. This card is very good. It's extension, just free extension, but also if you have Atlas or Neptune on board, it is MST, which is good. I, it's hard to talk about this deck because like when you hear summon a token and pop a spell card on the field, you're like, okay, yeah, that seems good. There's not much else to talk about from there. Like at some point you could just upload a deck list, but either way, um, we're playing a Flying Sting. This is just a counter trap. You get it off Sting Lancer unless you already have it, in which you get Descent. Um, there are some situations where you actually get Descent before Flying Sting. On turn 2, you usually like targeting. I've actually a duel I'll show you later. I decided to get Descent over Flying Sting because it was turn 2, and I had to find other things to target and destroy. It was better to get Descent at that moment, but Flying Sting is usually the target. It's a monster negate that resets itself, which is just good. I like that I don't have to play multiple copies of it because it can just reset itself every turn. If you have Atlas, or I think Neptune works as well. Yeah, if you have Neptune, it resets itself, which is cool. Yeah. Anyways, to the more interesting part of the deck, we have 3 Resonance Insect. Well, this isn't actually it, but we are playing the Resonance Insect package. 3 Resonance Insect. This is the heart and soul of the deck. This is how you're getting most of your materials through the grave into your hand. This is like a pretty decent normal summon. It's like, you know, everyone plays this card. This is why Beetrooper is good. Bang, 3 Retaliating Sea. This searches the Resonance Insect, but it can also be used as a hand trap in some matchups, which is cool. It kind of cuts Lunalight off Leo Dancer. It like kind of cuts Tenyi off most things. It actually cuts Tenyi off most things. If they go like Circle, you can pop Retaliating Sea and like just banish everything that goes to the grave. But they can also just Vishu to bounce it, so it's not super threatening to them. It's a decent hand trap, but a better searcher. 2 Gokipole. Why are we playing 2 instead of 1? It's because this combo needs to be repeated more times than once, unlike in the TCG. You can't just scythe lock your opponent and win the game. So you like playing 2 to 3 Gokipole. I know Mighty Neptune can also reset it out of the banish zone, but you'd rather be getting back insects and the Resonance Insects and other like higher level insects like the or maybe like the link ones, like the armor horns. And the big insect. Killer Needle is common, but big insect is a lot funnier than Killer Needle, so we are playing big insect. 2 Doomdozer. Some people only like 1, but I prefer 2. I think that it's not just good extension, but you can also like 2800's like it really helps like clean up lethal. You like the fact that Atlas can like tribute for like Neptune hit for game, or sorry, hit for like 6k, and all you need to do is find access to a Doomdozer to get from there to game is very fun. I'm glad that you also don't have to like Neptune like shuffle back Doomdozers to find lethal. You can just like search it again. Next up is a what used to be a controversial that sometimes you just say controversial. Controversial used to be controversial, now pretty standard. Crawler Soma. Soma is a +3 on a bad hand, to be honest. Usually it's more. If you draw multiplication, you can just it's free. Even if you don't, you can still distribute the set with Atlas. Soma is summons 2 insect monsters from your deck, summons the Axon and the Spine. Um, so it's hard to explain. This card seems like you would brick. No, like this seems bricky. It's not bricky. I promise you. Drawing the crawlers is not a bad thing when the other like you can just summon them from your hand because it's not just from deck. Especially summon crawlers from hand, deck, or grave. You can even summon from grave if you want. So you can pitch them. I promise, like you can go like Pico Finalia. You can use the crawlers as the discard. Like it's genuinely good. I promise, like the crawlers, like these two gumming up your hand is not bricky. It's like 2 Gardenets for like +3 in card advantage, and also you get to play some good cards, which is weirdly not in this list. What the? I swear I added this. Near. Hold on. Give me a second. There we go. I'm sorry. I seem to have not saved, and now everything's out of whack. Well, that's not. Fuck. All right, we're back. I did not realize that clicking A to Z would also screw up the order that I've set up. Anyways, crawlers. This engine is good. Basically, you also have options to go into a Neurogos now. You can go like Neurogos, hit, revive, Axon, Spine, and now you just have consistent removal. It's there are advantages to playing this engine, and it's far outclasses like other engines I was testing. Like you know, I'll yeah, it definitely outclasses like Galaxy Worm, Mirror, Insect, Primitive Butterfly, other things you can be playing as extension. But yeah, multiplication of ants. You contribute the face down, you set off Soma, so it's the best out of the 4 extenders that are available. Better than Mirror Insect because insects usually are in your grave. Better than Galaxy Worm, even though Galaxy Worm gives you access to Digital Bugs Gradiator and by extension Corbiage. It you can only do it on an open field, and same with Primitive Butterfly. So it's this is definitely the best one. You distribute a insect and summon 2 tokens, which you can use to make any of these little guys. Next, we have defensive cards. 3 Veilers. It's Veiler. 3 Ash, 3 Cyclone. Cyclones for Floodgates. Teakboo hurts this deck. Goes and hurts this deck. So, you want to get those off the field. 3 Ash, Predaplant, Scrap. You can hit through those decks. Veiler hits through, like, I don't know, it kind of hits Predaplant pretty well. Hits, like, Scrap pretty well. Hits Melfi fairly well. Just, it hits a lot of decks. Now to the extra deck. Bang, bang, bang. 3 rank 4s. Pretty normal. Light Dragon, Tornado Dragon are pretty standard. Redoer's also fine, just as a boss monster. Nothing really to go over here. Bang, 3 copies of Armor Horn. Armor Horn can go. It just lets you normal summon a bunch of guys. It's part of your combo. The revive effects is broken because you can banish Resonance Insect off of it and gain their effects even when you don't have access to Zoom Dozer because it got ashed. Or because it got called bide, I guess. But at that point, you're fucked. Armor Horn also gives you access to the extra normal summon, which builds every combo you have. Resonance Insect is one of those combos. It gets you monsters on the field to flip down with Crawler or Soma. This card is obviously good. Everybody knows why this card is good. 3 Atlas. This is the end boss. It's untargetable and indestructible, which is cool. Better than that, tribute to a insect to summon Sting Lancer, activate Sting Lancer, grab Flying Sting, which should be right here. Yeah, grab, flying, sting, and that's like basically that's your basic combo. Um, Picophailnia. This gets you the Resonance Insect from deck. It equips it, or if you already have the Resonance, or you need more Resonances than just the one on field, you can grab C, add Resonance, normal the Resonance. This card it's just nice to have. I'm glad we have this at common. It wasn't even reprinted in this specific set, so I am glad we have this. And finally, we have the Papillons. Papillon is usually just a link 3 that you can use to extend, but if you end on it, you can grab Scale Bomber from the grave and get a pop, which is cool. Hagaku Hagaku Imino Shinobi Insect is it takes off the locks you get from Armorhorn and Invincible Atlas. They both lock you into only insects when on field. So Hagekimuro can get you out of that if you need to. And finally, X Crawler Neurogos is just any 2 insects, and if it's destroyed by battle, you can revive Axon and Spine. Onto the sideboard, we have 2 Contaxy. You can search this and beat some like rogue decks. It's not in the main because it doesn't beat Lunalight, but it's nice to have. Then we have the Codebreaker Virus Swordsman plus Deck Dev portion of the deck. You can go Deck Dev, tribute this, beat Melfi, auto win against Melfi. Dimensional Barrier, this beats a couple decks. You can call Xyz against Lunalight, and then they have to end on like Tiger, like Leo Dancer, which is like, okay, your monster is indestructible and untargetable. Cool. Summon Atlas, go up to 5,000 attack points. Beat over it. Rivalry. Every single card in this deck is an insect, so you can rivalry to get through like some more rogue decks. It's not in the main deck because you just don't really. Most decks don't really care about rivalry, but on decks it beats, you just win the game automatically. 3 roll decree for burn, exclusively for burn. Burn just sucks. I hate it. Now, after this, after the deck profile, I will be showing you some games. Let's see. Dual records. It's time to watch. All right. Going first, or sorry, I'm going second. And I draw a pretty good hand. It's Soma plus 2 hand traps. Scale Bomber. Soma. Flip down Retaliating Sea. Declare. He goes Lost Wind to negate. I consider negating. I fix the game state because I disagree. He summons the Vernisylph. It looks like he's playing Ballpark. He goes Vernisylph. He hits into Soma. It declares Ballpark. Bang. Summon Squatter. Goes Crusted. I Ash. Let's go. Pull back because of the Ash. Soma. Flip Summon. He goes Lost Wind. I go Retaliating Sea. I search up that Resonance Insect. Summon with Armorhorn. Go for Papillon. Get Soma. Bang. Banish. Pitch Goki Pull. Goki Pull. Get Big Insect. Big Insect summon itself. Soma. Flip down. Soma. Summon 2 from deck. Link. Tribute. Activate. Grab Descent. Activate Descent. Target Ballpark. He surrenders. I'm going second. 2 hand traps and a weird version of the combo. Bang. I Cosmic. Ballpark. Mega Armorhorn. Goki Pull Search Resonance. Armorhorn Normal Summon for Papillon. Papillon Resonance. At Doomdozer. Doomdozer Banish 2. Bang. Send Scale Bomber. Link. Banish 3. Activate Neptune. Shuffle back. Summon. Summon Sting Lancer. Grab Flying Sting. Set. Bang. He goes Crawler. Adds Crawler. I attack twice for 54. Set 1. He summons Ballpark, Dendrite, I negate the Soma, bang, I Ash, and I win. You can see how this deck just locks it down. It's like you clean up game state so easily. You put 8,000 damage on the board very easily. It's like a lot of the decks I've shown you in the past, like Melfi, has a hard time just like getting to lethal and it plays slow. This deck does not play slow. You put 8,000 damage on the board very quickly. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, subscribe, I guess. More importantly, though, join the commentary Discord. The Discord is very cool. We got a lot of cool people in it, but more importantly, there's tournaments going on. There is potentially going to be a tournament on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Subreddit Discord. Well, not potentially. There is going to be a tournament on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Subreddit Discord this next weekend, I'm pretty sure. You'd have to join to check, but but we are going to do a tournament of our own fairly soon. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.